Hey guys, Market Muse here. Today I wanted to give you a quick overview on Elliott Wave Theory, developed by this guy, Ralph Nelson Elliott, in the 1930s. Alright, enough about history. So markets are driven predominantly by psychology. We can also describe it as human emotion, whether it is greed or fear. These emotions create mathematical patterns, which, when broken down to smaller time frames, they repeat themselves over and over. Now, Elliott describes these patterns in waves and ties them to the Fibonacci ratio, which we'll go over. We've gone over in the past video as well. A few points about this method though. It is not for everybody. Elliott Wave is not the best system for day trading. Its main strengths come from separating the market into corrections and impulses, telling you where to need to pay attention to. It is mostly geared for swing trading. Now in this video, I'll show you two of the patterns that will help you break down these fractals. So let's discuss impulsive waves and corrective waves. Here we have a chart of Twitter, which we'll dive into, but for now, we'll show you a generic sample. So we have a wave 1, which is impulsive, then it corrects into a wave 2, which is corrective, then another wave followed by a 3, corrects into a 4, and then a final wave 5. Now within these waves, you will find 5 impulsive waves within the impulsive waves. In the corrective waves, you'll find 3 corrective waves, like so. Same thing with the 3. And could be the same with the 4. And likewise with the 5. Now, impulsive waves form the direction of the overall trend. And as discussed, they are comprised of 5 waves. And the fib relationship tends to be as the first wave is put in and you find a market pivot. You should find that wave 2 retraces to between 0.5, 0.382, 0.618, 0.786. Very rarely lower than that. And you will see that wave 2 will never go below the origin of wave 1. And within these waves, you have, for wave 2, you have the corrective A, which is the impulsive of the corrective, then a wave B, and a wave C. And if we were to dive down deeper into a wave B, you can find these to be a 3-wave pattern. So an ABC subwave of the wave B. Wave A and C can also be 3-wave patterns as such, and can create very complex structures, which we'll get into a later video, which are called zigzags. Wave A's and C's can also be impulsives, which will have 5 waves within them, followed by 3, followed by 5. So as you can see, as you break them down into smaller time frames, you go deeper and deeper, you can find the same patterns within the patterns. So now let's take a look at an actual sample. So here we can see that we have a wave 1, a 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And you'll get more used to, as you get more practice and you get used to seeing them, you'll be able to determine them quickly. But you have to verify them with the Fibonacci ratio. Now, wave 4 only passes the 0.618 10% of the time. wave 4 cannot enter the price range of wave 1 except in highly leveraged markets, for example, like crypto or futures markets, where they have extreme leverage, and you can see a wick into the price range of wave 1. So what are the relationships between each wave, and how do you check that you have the right count? Let's take a look at this. So can we determine that this is a wave 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5? No, we cannot. As you see, wave 4, the suggested, proposed rather, wave 4 goes past the end of wave 1. So what can these be? Well, this has a 3-wave shape structure. So this could be an ABC of some sort, followed by another ABC, followed by another ABC. And if you zoom out, this will make a larger ABC on a bigger scale, for example. And we'll go over the type of degrees that you should be using on your chart at a later date. So let's look at the Fibonacci ratio here. So wave B can retrace to typically a 0.5 to a 618. It could go deeper depending on the type of structure that's forming, whether it's a flat or an expanded flat. We'll go over all those at a later video. And wave C, you'd have to project from the beginning of wave A to the end of A to the end of B. And it should be around the 0.618 to the 1, typically. And we see that it ends around the golden pocket. So that's for correctives. How about impulsives? Let's go deeper. So let's see, do we have an impulse wave here? Can we say that we have a 1, wave 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5 completed? Let's see. So wave 2 typically to a 0.5, right in between. So that's a contender right there. Let's look at wave 3. To obtain the Fibonacci here, we'll take the origin of 1, the end of 1, and the end of 2. We'll see that it hits a Fibonacci of 2. So typically, you want to say never the shortest out of all the 5. So we want to see this to be at least a 1-to-1 or bigger. So wave 3 landed on a fib of 2. Wave 4 should be 0.236 to 382 to a 0.5. Now remember, a 0.618 is very rare. It only happens 10% of the time. If you see that, typically you got to be careful because it might be the opposite trend. So this could be an ABC and then followed by a next trend down. You don't want to be caught on that. So this qualifies as a 4. It's not nowhere near the territory of wave 1. How do you project a 5th? So let's take the beginning of wave 1 to the end of 3 and the end of 4. And wave 5 should be at 0.5, 0.618, and so on. We see that we wicked into the golden pocket with a big rejection. All right, guys, that's a quick overview of Elliott Wave and its pattern. In the next video, we'll take a look into more relationships with Fibonacci and more of the rules that apply to each of the waves and also patterns. I hope you guys found this video useful or informative. If so, give me a thumbs up. If you want to support this channel and would like to see more upcoming videos, go ahead and subscribe so we can grow together. And if you have suggestions for future videos, please comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.